Hello and welcome to the latest edition of Canutillo Convos, the official Canutillo ISD podcast. And we have a special episode today. We are without our leaders, Superintendent Galaviz. He is out and about. And we decided to just go ahead and have our podcast without him because we have two very special guests and we have tons to talk about. We're going to be talking to two of our leaders here in the school district. We have the principals of our two of our elementary schools, Miss Maria Alarcon, the principal at Garcia Elementary School, and Dr. Ana Lee, the principal at Damian. And they're going to be talking to us about two special things going on. Welcome, first of all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Glad to be here.
Welcome.
Yes.
And let's talk. Let's start with you, Miss Alarcon. Yesterday, the community got to see you on a float on the homecoming parade because you were named the 2022 Canutillo High School Outstanding X.
Yes.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's such a great honor. Tell me a little bit about what that means for you.
Well, it just affirms that it's okay to stay home after you graduate and you pursue your goals and you don't stop until you get there, whether it be in El Paso or out of El Paso. But I am so proud to still be here in my hometown because this is where I grew up and I was once in those students' shoes. I was a migrant worker. We had a struggle financially and I never give up. My parents always kept me going to school no matter what. And I'm glad to give back to the community. Now I could give to those kids that I see myself in. And I want to help them and guide them. And I am blessed to be part of this fabulous district as an administrator, where now not only do I guide students, but I also help teachers guide students.
Right.
So that is fabulous for me. And my own kids went through Canutillo. They are also alumni. I have one more left. He's a junior, and he's going to go through Canutillo as well.
That's great.
Yes.
That's good. So, I know I spoke to you earlier this week, and you told me you grew up in the borderland area.
Yes.
And you're sort of serving that community still in that borderland.
Yes, so to
area.
speak. It's still there. I mean, it belongs more to JDE, but it's just up the road.
Right.
So it's great. I mean,
Tell me, how different is the Canutillo of today to the Canutillo when you were going to school?
oh boy, it's the actual Canutillo downtown. It's still Canutillo downtown, how it was when I grew up, but it has expanded. It has grown extremely. To when I went to school, we had one high school, one middle school, one elementary. And to see the growth has been amazing. How now Canutillo is well known. Back then, people didn't know where Canutillo was. They would ask you, what school do you go to? And they'd be, where's that? And now we're on the map. We're the best small district in El Paso, in Texas. And it's great because back then, everybody knows everybody. We still do, but now, it's bigger. We've expanded.
Right.
We have more kids. The high school is amazing compared to where I went to at Canutillo Middle School. That used to be the high school. We had our graduation on the football field. It's just changed so much.
It's funny because I remember my first time ever coming to Canutillo High School. I think I was in high school. And I went to school at Riverside High School. Don't boo anyone. And we were playing in Canutillo. It was the first time that Canutillo was in our same district. And I remember having to come over here with my buddies and turning onto Bosque Road and thinking, where the heck are we? And now we know where the heck we are.
Oh, yes.
Now
absolutely.
we know Canutillo High School is a powerhouse academically, athletically. And it's been thanks to people like you and thanks to the people that have really made a difference here in Canutillo to build it from that smaller rural community into this suburban school district that's really a powerhouse.
Yes,
it's really
absolutely.
creating tons of conversations about what it means to be in a smaller school district and the type of academics that as a school district like this can provide.
Absolutely, yes.
And being the principal of a school here, an elementary school, and then being named honored X for in the school district, a lot of kids were able to see you riding that float. A lot of kids that maybe you taught.
Oh
in
yes.
this district. Did you get a lot of sort of nods and responses from former students and current students?
Yes, absolutely. They called out my name, and they're grown up. So it's like, oh my gosh, it's you. It's like, how are you? So it was very exciting. I had a great time seeing our community come together, and I had so much fun.
It was a great parade. I mean, it's having been here before and having gone through the parade before, this was the largest I remember this parade ever being. It was like more than 50 units in the parade. So it was big. It was pretty big.
Yes.
And I know we can expect to hear from you again this Friday at the Outstanding X Assembly at the pep rally. I'm sure you're gonna be at the game.
Yes, absolutely. I'll be there.
And once again, on behalf of everyone here in Canutillo, congratulations, very well deserved, and we're so happy to be able to honor one of our own as Outstanding X.
I am so happy and humbled to receive this honor. Thank you so much.
And the celebrations don't stop, because on Friday, that's right before you, Ms. Alarcon, are going to be addressing the high school. We're going to be at Jose Damian Elementary School celebrating 30 years of excellence at that school.
Yes.
Talk about growth, right? We were talking about growth, and you were talking about Ms. Alarcon being a 3-school district. Well, in 1992, the district built a brand new school over here off of Borderland, and they named it after a gentleman who stayed on the school board for 30 years.
30 years, right?
30 years, Mr. Damian, who I remember faintly a little bit, from my time as a reporter. But definitely, this school has had a long-standing history of excellence here in Canutillo and El Paso. Tell us a little bit about what's going to happen on Friday.
So I think, like you said, and like Ms. Alarcon said, this community is formed and comprised by the people, right? The people are what make this community the great community that it is. And I think Mr. Damian was one of those people that left a legacy, and I think it's important to honor that. He was a very committed board member, and he was present in the community. So what's going to happen is that we're going to honor his family. Part of his family is going to be there. We're going to honor his contribution to the Canutillo community, specifically at JDE. And we're going to just address the family, thank them for what they, everything that their grandfather, their father has done for the community. And we're also going to honor all of the efforts of everybody that has contributed to that, including some of our present teachers. We have a teacher at Jose Damian who has been there all 30 years.
Wow.
So she's going to address the community tomorrow. Dr. Galaviz is going to be there, and of course his family members are going to be there. Our students are going to be performing for the family and for the rest of the students. All of our students are going to be taking part in the celebration, and so we're going to have it outside so that everybody can be out there together. And we're all gonna just honor him and just celebrate his legacy and what JDE has meant to so many people. So many people have gone through Jose Damian Elementary, so many successful people, and so we want to honor that, and we also want to show the students that they are in a great school and that their teachers are there, and they're making great efforts to make sure that they have the best school. And so that's what we're gonna do tomorrow, and we just want to make sure that we celebrate that. I feel very fortunate to be there during this time because it is the 30th anniversary of Jose Damian, and like you said, it has had a history of excellence, and so I hope that we're making Mr. Damian proud.
I think I was doing some research on Mr. Damian in the school, and it's apparent that there's tons of pride in that community, and tons of connections to the legacy of Mr. Damian. Mr. Damian served on the school board for many years, and he was an advocate for all the children of Canutillo. So you mentioned him being proud. I'm sure he would be, given not just having a school named after him, but the high level of instruction that's happening in that school, the high level of instruction that's happening throughout the school district.
That's right.
He was one of the forefathers of Canutillo, and when these people back in the 50s decided to create the school district, they were thinking about better opportunities for their children, and I think they would be pleasantly surprised at how far we've come in a community like this one, where back then they were struggling just to provide high school services to kids, and now we're rated as one of the best school districts in the state. We've come far. The school's been open 30 years. What's your vision for the next 30 years? Should you be there for the next 30 years?
Oh, hopefully I'll be retired in 30 years, but I think that it's going to continue a path of excellence. I think that, like you said, the people in Canutillo are so committed to their community, and being that Mr. Damian's family still walks the halls of the Canutillo schools as educators, as students, I think that they will continue his legacy. I think that Jose Damian is nowhere near done. I think that they have reached a level of excellence, and I think that it can be reached for many, many years to come. I think that, like you said, the educators there do work very, very hard, and they make the best efforts to make sure that the students have the best education. And I think that's not going to go unnoticed. I think that that's going to go somewhere, and I think that we're going to reach that level of excellence. Whether I'm there 30 years from now or not, I think that that's going to be evident.
Well, and there's a level of pride to each one of our schools, but just today, we shared a photo of a kid on your school who was wearing the t-shirt that his mom wore in the 1990s. That was a uniform t-shirt.
Wow.
Yes.
And today he wore it. So it was a vintage Jose Damian uniform t-shirt.
And she kept it all of those years. That is pride.
That's I mean, you're really, I don't know about anyone's Mexican mom, but my mom would have thrown that thing out a long time ago. So for her to keep it, and not just keep it, but keep it in good shape. It looked brand new.
It did.
It means that this school means so much to so many people.
Yes, and I can imagine the full circle moment that mom had this morning when she gave him the t-shirt to wear, the t-shirt that belonged to her and that she wore, and now her child gets to wear it to the same elementary school that she attended. That must have been really special for her.
Great. Well, we're looking forward to that celebration on Friday. And we're looking forward to Friday being a big day. We're going to hear from Ms. Arcona at the pep rally. We're going to find out who's homecoming king and queen at the high school at the games. Hopefully the Eagles pull off another great win. And then we're going to celebrate 30 years of Jose Damian. It's a great time to be here in Canutillo ISD.
Absolutely.
The best mall school district in Texas, and El Paso's AAA rated school district.
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you all for being here today.
Absolutely.
We look forward to the homecoming celebrations and to continuing to have awesome school year.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you next week for another edition of Canutillo Convos.